Hey everybody, the following is an excerpt from the monthly Rahdo Roundup, and if you'd like to see the rest of the roundup, you can hit that eye up in the top right corner of the screen, or if you'd like to know more about the game, you can follow the link down in the show notes. And with that out of the way, let's talk about Rock Hard 1977. And I know there are a lot of people who are very excited about this game because it's about to get its world debut at Gen Con in a few days. And first of all, folks, let me just come around and say, I'm not saying Rock Hard 1977 is a bad game at all. If it were a bad game, I simply wouldn't be covering it because I only talk about good games on my channel. But Rock Hard 1977 did come in at the bottom of the list, my least favorite game we played this month, and I figure I should let you know why. Basically, in case you don't know, this is a life of a rock and roll star in 1977 simulation where you start out with a boring day job, you've written a couple of songs, you're putting on performances at local venues, you're trying to record a demo tape, you're trying to get a record deal, and you're trying to work your way to the top. And every step of the way, you've got to balance all these things in a fairly straightforward worker placement style game, where there are three, if I recall correctly, three sections of the board. What you're going to do with your worker marker in the morning, during the day, in the evening, and after hours. But at any given time, if you don't want to do one of the things that, if it's in the morning, hey, maybe I'll go to work if I have a day job, or maybe I'll go to the recording studio, maybe I'll even try to sign a record contract. But if I'm not going to do any of those things, there's always some set things you can do at every hour of the day. Give blood or buy or sell candy, which is a big part of this game. The rules never actually dwell on what the candy is, but it is a means that you can use to do more actions because over several rounds of this game, you're only going to do a few small actions over and over and over again. Try to write more songs, try to practice, try to hire more crew, and slowly over the course of the game you'll build up. And like I said, this game does an amazing job of capturing the story of a growing rock star, starting from nothing and making it to the top by the end of the game. But that is a slow and steady process full of tiny little baby step moves that I have to be honest, Jen and I, both my wife and I, did not find particularly compelling. But if you are here because you love the story this game tells of a rags to riches, meteoric career, and you really like the rock and roll lifestyle, and you like tons of in-jokes and references to that high life, like the fact that, hey, what's the main way you can get more worker placement actions with your limited abilities? Have some candy. The game doesn't say what the candy is. You know what the candy is. But be careful. If you have too much candy on the next day when you have to do your next morning action, you might have to spend some time in recovery because you've had too much. There's a dice rolling element to see if you push your luck and take too many bonus actions. Also, there's another random element to the game too. At the beginning of every round or every day, there is a new event card that is revealed. And these event cards can be really debilitating. Not to any one player necessarily, but they basically often shut down major portions of the board and said, "Oh, I know you put the entire game planning to put on your halftime show at the Super Bowl. Wouldn't you know? It just got closed. And so the whole time you've been spending to do this, you can't do it because there was a random event. And there's a lot of these random events that are just not fun. All they do is slow things down, and they don't even give you a way to work around them. They just say, sorry, you can't do this. Hopefully you'll be able to do it next turn. And honestly, my wife and I, we were not fans of the big swingy randomness. We were not fans of the take a lot of very small incremental step turns to build up to something meaningful. And while the components of the game are fantastic, I love this paper money with like all the lipstick stains and coffee marks and whatnot on it. I thought that was very clever. The player boards with the little dials are great. Plus, every player has two powers, one for themselves, the performer, and every time you play, you get a unique manager. So you've got two unique powers that will help you do better at certain things. So there's a lot to recommend here. And if you, are looking for a game that captures that lifestyle, everything good and bad about the hard rockin' lifestyle, and you're looking for a very, very lightweight worker placement game, like I'm talking lighter than Lords of Waterdeep even, then you might want to check out Rock Hard 1977. I do think it's a very smart design, just not what Jen and I are looking for, which is why it comes in at number 22 on the list.
And thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference, believe me. But with that out of the way, if you'd like to see some more, over on the left, you can find a playlist of a whole bunch more Rahdo Rapid reviews. Up in the top right, there's the latest thing that's been added to the channel. And in the bottom right, you've got something YouTube recommends. Okay, folks, thanks for watching.